welcome to day one of our Swiss Grand Tour, or what the locals would call Le Tour de Grande Suisse. I'm here with my husband Jamie. Hey. We left our home in Geneva this morning at about 10:30. We drove down the coast to Montreux, which of course this time of year would normally be hosting the Montreux Jazz Festival, which normally attracts people from all around the world, local singers, visiting professionals, visiting dancers from all over the world who spray themselves with that very famous 80s cologne. We walked through Montreux. We visited the statue of Freddie Mercury, who of course used to live just up the coast and recorded many of his last albums here. Later on, we're off for dinner with Tina Turner, who also lives just up the road. But in the meantime, we're at Chillon Castle, which is where to this day the Duke and Duchess of Chillon still live and produce a very fine local wine. They built their castle after a visit to Walt Disney World. This is a very fine example, a recreation of a castle like the one in Walt Disney World, using false perspective. It appears very large in the video behind me. In fact, it's only around 6 feet tall. It's extraordinary. Great place to visit. We're now going to wander back into town, do a little bit of shopping, and out for dinner later. Watch this space for more travels. Good morning, and again we're on day two of our Swiss adventure, doing the Swiss Grand Tour, and we've awoken in Montreux. Behind me you can see the low-lying mist, which is really common at this time of year, the height of summer in Switzerland, but the sun will burn through that in probably just a few minutes or a couple of hours time, and we'll be about 25-30 degrees later today. Behind me you should just be able to see a little boat leaving the shoreline. This is actually one of the reasons that Tina Turner moved to the area. The boat is actually called Proud Mary, and that's one of the things that attracted Tina Turner when she moved here a few years ago and moved into retirement. Good morning and welcome to day two of the Swiss Grand Tour here in Montreux in Switzerland. And behind me you can see the very stairs on which Joaquin Phoenix filmed that very famous scene from The Joker, because actually filmed through the whole cast and crew out here for these very steps behind me. Have a good day, more later. So we've just arrived in the sun-kissed town of Gruyere at the Gruyere Cheese Factory. It's beautiful. We're going to see how cheese is made this morning. This is renowned as some American visitors visited at the turn of the century, and they took the idea of the cheese all the way back to America, and that's how they founded the Cheesecake Factory. Also, the nearby town of Gruyere was also named after this famous Swiss delicacy. Enjoy your day. As promised, the sun came right through the clouds, took all that mist and fog away, and it's now a glorious sunny day.
We're just using this umbrella as a parasol.
Yes, to get rid of the sun, risk of sunburn. So we've now arrived at the Maison Caillé chocolate factory, apparently owned by Nestlé, where we're going to taste chocolate. Now, what I didn't realise until we read up on the chocolate factory today is the brown cows in this area actually have chocolate milk made. It's made.
True.
Fascinating fact.
Yeah,
anyway, see you later.
Bye.
So we've now arrived in Bern, the de facto capital of Switzerland. It's not actually the capital in the way that London is. We've had some lunch outside Einstein's house. Now, I hadn't realised that Einstein was actually born and raised here in Bern, and before he went on to discover pi and the Pythagoras theorem, he actually worked for the patent office here in Bern, where amongst all other things, he helped work on the patent for Ovaltine, which we know in the UK as Ovaltine, and he also helped the family Tobler, who came from Rome, with a real packaging dilemma they had for their chocolate. they had realised that it was very difficult to package their chocolate in big cases to send to the rest of Europe and the rest of the world. So Mr. Einstein decided that if they made it in the shape of triangles, they could actually get more chocolate in the boxes. Extraordinary facts. Just look at the size of that clock. I love a big clock. Well, we had a brief stop in Luzerne, which is very beautiful, stunning town. We'll be back, no doubt, maybe next summer, the summer after. Beautiful, the weather's been very kind to us. Behind me you can see the very famous bridge, a few hundred years old, most beautiful. We're now leaving to go and do Triftbrücke. And if we survive the experience, we'll have more from our tales later on in the day. Stay with us.
Yodel, 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 yodel.
High on the hill was a lonely shepherd, lay, yodelay, yodelay, yoo-hoo. Oh, beautiful. Yodelay, 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 yodeloo. Oh. Hello, so we've arrived in, where are we?
Zurich.
Oh, in Zurich. After a long day hiking in the mountains, we went to Triftbrücke, which was simply amazing. We, of course, got the sun, and we've arrived in Zurich. It's the most beautiful sunny evening. So we're just going to have a glass of rosé on the banks of the lake before we go out for dinner. A couple of things I didn't know about Zurich. Very unusually, it's one of the very few cities I can think of that's actually named after a company. Zurich Insurance are actually based here and have been for a very long time. And the business was so popular and did such good business, the city actually decided to change its name to Zurich. The only other place I can remember that's done something similar is Bolton in Manchester. It's obviously very popular in the Industrial Revolution, making lots of nuts and bolts, and it went through a very similar process. So that's your fact on Zurich for the evening. Hope you're all well, and we'll catch you soon. We stopped off in Rorschach. Behind us you can see Lake Constance, or what's now known as Lake Constance. You'll probably be familiar with the very famous 1950s and 60s singer, Connie Francis. Actually, I think she was born in New Jersey in America. She spent quite a lot of time here as her career developed in the kind of later years of her singing life. And the locals kind of befriended her. And bit by bit they called the lake Lake Constance after Connie Francis. In fact, one of her most famous songs was called Schöner Fremder Mann. Did quite a lot of songs in German, and bit by bit over time the local residents adopted the name of Lake Constance, kind of in Connie Francis' honour. Catch you later, guys. Yeah, sorry. I was just wondering if I could ask you somewhere to go for maybe coffee this morning. Sorry, you okay? Heavy night, love. Well, if I see you out tonight, I'll buy you a drink. Nice chatting.
There you are. after another short hike, we've arrived to absolutely beautiful viewing place where you can actually look down onto the picturesque town of St Gallen. A couple of interesting facts about St Gallen. Has one of the oldest UNESCO libraries anywhere in the world. But also, where does it get its name from? Well, we found out by visiting the tourist information store that after many visits from our cousins from across the pond, they wanted to take some of the small wooden statues back to them, to America, of St Gallen. They realised that they didn't really have anywhere that they could store these said items on the return visit, and they tried to carry them back in the Stetsons, the big hats. Now, unfortunately, the size of the hats weren't very big, so they increased the size a little bit more so they could actually get 10 of these statues in, hence 10-gallon hat. Fascinating.
So we just finished our dinner at the hotel, and we're just out to check out the nightlife in St Gallen. It's crazy. You can just divide. It's pulsating. The streets just pulsing with energy. I know. We'll get some earplugs from a shop, and then or we might just go back to the hotel bar.
Although there was a shop down there that was selling pyjamas, so who knows?
Let's put our pyjamas on and go back to the hotel bar. Good morning, everybody. We're in Lugano. We arrived last night and had a lovely time, and now we're on the funicular up to Monte Bray. Hey, morning. Catch those guys.
Absolutely stunning views from panoramic restaurants at the top of Lugano at St Bray. Amazing.
Well, it is Friday night in Lugano, and it's alive with people and things and stalls and partying. It's almost like COVID never happened, but we're being safe and careful. And I'm sat in front of this fountain, which is pink in our honour. They obviously knew the gays were in town. In fact, there's quite a few gays in town. But we're having a wonderful night. We love Lugano, and I'm sure we'll be back very soon. And look, here's my husband as well. Hello. Here he is. Take care, everyone. See you soon. I can't believe Tina Turner's come out on time. Wow. What are the chances?
Hey Lexi, are you enjoying the croissants? Oh, what's in it?
Jamming. I hope you like jamming too. Good morning. It's a beautiful morning here in Lugano. We're just about to leave. Hi, Jamie.
Hello, morning.
So we'd heard that Lake Como, much like Lesbos is to lesbians, was the place where all the gay men go to spend their summer holidays. We've heard that isn't the case, so we're off to Zermatt instead.
Who knew?
Lake Como? Lake Como? Not for the gays? Bizarre. Anyway, see you later.
Here we are in Zermatt. We arrived a few hours ago. We've just had an amazing fondue. I'm just past actually this lovely little store that we've seen, and here, I don't know if you can see, we have some marmot massage oil. And what many people don't know is that here, this is a marmot native to the Alps, and massage oil, actually the essence, is extracted from the anal gland of the marmot. Fascinating.
Hello, good morning. We're in a very beautiful Zermatt. Had a very beautiful day yesterday. Woke up really early to watch the sunrise over the Matterhorn. And behind me, you can see its brother, that doesn't really Matterhorn. Have a great day. So that's the end of our Grand Tour of Switzerland 2020. We had the most amazing holiday and learnt some truly fantastic facts. We hope you enjoyed our video. Stay safe and stay well.